Okay, so here we have Cindy found O1. She's back in T3, where she was the other day. She's up there. And brother's over on number 10.
Mama's up on the ledges, and I have not seen Wink.
Okay.
Took me a while to find everybody this morning. We had a little snafu. Karel had to go back to the house. But finally found 3. Mom was obviously easy. She's been facing 2 different ways. I think it's awesome he made it to the top.
I do too.
My Lord.
I agree.
So we can hear, right, all their banging. I mean, serious banging at our house. And that started before 5:30 this morning. So I'm not sure if they spent the night in there or where they spent the night, but he probably didn't venture far from the building, right?
Probably not. Yeah.
You want to see?
Where you guys shoot?
You see him?
Oh, yep. They're all over this place.
And there's on number 10 support.
Yeah, you see on your,
The number 10 truss support.
yeah, that's a baby.
Another juvenile.
Yep.
That one's fairly mature, isn't it?
No, that's the sister. So she's bigger. Yep. And Mom's up on Bradfield, hiding on the ledges.
Is that where you guys were shooting yesterday as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was down here at the bagel shop the other day, and it right here, bus bagel shop right here on the corner of Tower Road.
Yeah.
The railing that goes up to the bagel shop.
Yeah.
It was just sitting there on the railing. People were walking right by it.
Probably
They're crazy,
I
man.
know it.
Yeah.
They're different up here.
They're very gregarious.
Yeah. Are you working on Plant Sun?
I sure am.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
so a guy came by just a few minutes ago and said that there were 4 of them, and it was probably the dad flew, they were just like this far apart, right, and the dad flew right between the 4 guys on the top of Plant Sun.
Yeah, on the top of these buildings, you certainly see a lot of birds.
Yeah.
I see bald eagles time to time, but I never see them land on the buildings.
Yeah,
No, they don't.
They just kind of soar around.
Yep.
I have them all over the place over by me. I live in farm country, you know, and they'll be on the side of the road,
Yeah,
eating on a deer or something that's dead, you know, some roadkill.
Yeah.
Man, they're magnificent animals.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a good day.
You too.
Stay,
Stay cool.
Yeah, yeah, definitely hydrated.
You as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks. All right, so here is 23 is on truss support number 10. Good morning, Freeze Baby. Morning, Deborah. Morning, Chirps. Morning, Lana. Hello, Danny. Huzzah to you as well. All right, so when last we saw these guys, they were waiting for a prey drop from
Both sides? At least we're not out in the SUM.
no, we're not. All right, I just took a picture of my phone, and I'm sending the picture to Jake, texting the picture to. Yeah, okay.
I see. I'm not sure. Okay, hopefully he'll figure that out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he turned around.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
VR's like, kids are gonna do what they're gonna do. You wait. O23 is waiting for Wink to do a prey drop up there on Bartels. He'll get there before Mom.
I know.
That Wink, he's a sly duck. Sitting outside the big shop. He's flying through. Those guys are like, whoa, you know?
Oh, yeah, it must be amazing, right? To be up there, he just like buzzes through them and stuff like that. He just wants to have a good time, right?
Yeah.
And he's one of the guys, basically. Oops. There we go.
Did you show Mommy?
Not yet. Just wanted to show the chillin' here. I'm waiting for him to turn around here. Good morning, Deborah. You got a Wink? Awesome. All right, so Wink might be over there somewhere. Hello, little kid. Come on, give us your beautiful face. He's busy looking at, he's watching the dump truck down below. It's funny. He's funny. All right, let's show Mom. Wait a second, come on. So, 23 is looking at the dump truck.
The Wink was over there.
Okay.
You heard me.
Yeah, I heard you say something.
Yeah, they're sort of behind. I don't know if you can see where you're at. You have to.
There's the
you have to
beautiful
come over
Mom.
here. He's on the whatever fire escape.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, it's actually not a bad idea. That way I can still get everybody, probably, just by spinning. So 23 is watching all the dump truck work down below. Okay, she is on. We've pointed those things out many times over the past few months. Those are truss support structures, temporary truss support structures. So this is Mom, and she's way up there on the ledge. Up there. And I'm going to back up here. See if I can show Wink. Yep. And I can get Mom and I can get Wink. Awesome. So what they do is they basically, they're like movable towers. They're kind of like, they remind me of siege towers. Danny would be totally into this, right? And there's the Winked Inker all the way over there on Bartels. And then his chick, 23, is not on that one. That's the number 11. That's the number 10. So they what they do is they're towers that are as tall as the inside.
For all we know, Wink already did the pre-drop for him. Got him up there, right?
Yeah. Anyway, so what they do is they set these things up and they start them at the beginning of the building, the construction, when they're going to set the trusses. So the trusses are the big beams, the huge beams that span the ceiling that's going to hold the roof. And so what they do is they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have 5 of these towers, and you can see that's one tower. So this is number 11. So when I say number 11, number 10, this is number 9. This is number 8, and this is number 7. Okay, so you can see that number 8. See that truss on the left side of the truss? They have the tower holding up that big truss, and then off to the left there's a flange at the end of it. Well, that one doesn't have its mate. The other ones do. I can't really show you too easily. And so they basically set the tower up, and then they drop the truss with the huge crane, with the big red crane. They drop the truss to sit on that support, and then they anchor the truss down on the base. And so now you have an anchored truss, and then you connect the truss with the other trusses with horizontal pieces, and up at the top cross members, and then verticals, and then more cross members, and in some cases they have these diagonals that they put in between them and stuff. So then that thing is sitting there, and then the crane will drop its mate on the other side, and then they hook them all together. And so what they do is they walk these trusses, these truss support towers, along the way, because they only have 5 of them, but they have 11 trusses to set. So they basically kind of like walk them along the site as they add new trusses. So that's what 23 is on. Yeah, this is like, I think it's freaking amazing, personally. But so you think the dad has done a prey drop this morning already?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you were here early, you know, they've been making prey drops nice and early, and these kids.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty happy.
They are content.
Yeah, I agree completely. We're getting photobombed here. All right, let's go show number 1, who is ever so close to us. There she is. Yes. Her one is like very, 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 very content also. So it's so funny, isn't it, that these kids, they trade modalities, right? She was the adventurous one, and 23 was like, I can barely get into a tree. I'm going to stay there all day, whatever. And now 23 is up on the truss support tower. I don't know if Danny's on or not. If she got my siege tower illusion. So obviously those truss support towers have to have a little bit of vertical adjustability, right? Because you have to be able to walk them out and over to the new position. So I'm not sure if they like lower one. Okay, so I know what they do.
Did somebody dinged you? Was that Jake?
Did somebody what?
Dinged you.
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, it's Jake. He gave me a thumbs up to the photo. I said, "Here's the proof, lol." All right. What are we doing here? Phone? Okay. So, I don't know if you remember when I showed you the truss support. So the truss support wasn't all the way out to the end of the truss. It was like, let's say, 3/4 of the way there, or 80% of the way out to the end of the truss, so that when it's time to move it, they can take the first one, slide it to the center of the building, and have room without having to adjust it vertically. They pop it into the center of the building and then walk it along the length of the building to its new position. Right? So that way it doesn't have, all they have to be able to do is adjust it enough to get it out from under the load of the truss that it's supporting, and then slide it into the center where there's going to be more headroom in the center of the building, and then they walk it the length of the building, lengthwise, and then put it into its new position where it's going to hold the next truss at 80% of length. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys or not, but so they still got to do a little bit of vertical adjustment to remove the load on there. Okay, so no, O2 is not on a truss. He's on a yeah. Chirpy's got it on one of those upright support thingies. Yep. All right, guys, you come have a look.
I was wondering. I was looking at the sign that said,
Yeah.
Hawks across. I'm like, are they talking about people or the Hawks the bird?
Yeah. Yeah, and Mom's up there,
Yeah, Mom's up there. I see her.
up on the ledges.
About the building, huh?
Yeah, and the other chick, the other baby's over there on the truss support tower. And Dad's over there on the railing. All right, so I'm gonna actually move over so I can see her, because we've seen Mom. Mom is there, but I want to be able to show O1 a little better. There we go. It's better. Walk this forward so the BOGette doesn't photobomb me.
You guys enjoy your day.
Thank you, you too.
Be careful.
These guys all rice or plant sciences guys? Probably, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Hello, gorgeous.
Usually those little power pole.
Yep. Wow, she's beautiful. She got a nice crop.
So you gotta zoom in and do a headshot, since you can do that.
All right.
I can't do that. Look at her.
I know. Wiggles.
God.
What's going on? What's going on?
No, looking at Tower Road.
What's going on? She says. Wow. Okay, so all right, ladies, get ready to be have your heart melted here.
Oh no.
Okay, check it out, Ma.
I'll trust you.
Oh, she's a heart melter.
I'm sure. It's so funny. They watch you like such an inefficient mode of travel.
I know, inefficient. You're right. They watch us and we walk around on her. Oh my gosh, she has beautiful eyes. She bends her head down and you can see the side of her face.
Mom's still there.
Yep, Mom's up there. Dad's still on the roof ladder up there. Hello, beautiful. Yes, you are gorgeous.
It's all lit up now.
Yeah.
It was definitely dark when I what? That blurry? You know how it is. Like maybe I've seen it before.
Oh, I know. But I love it when they are like in these tea trees along the sidewalk, and people can walk by them and they just like they either see them there like little cookie jars up on the branches. I sent Jake. Oh, where did 23 go? Yeah, I sent this one to.
Dad's still there. What?
I sent that to Jake.
Oh, you say that's your sister?
Yeah. So,
Okay, so Rick is looking back.
yes, we're looking for the chick. Where'd the chick go? So 23 has moved on us. Yeah, probably not. He may be on another tower. Alright, so make sure Dad.
I think he's on the left-hand side. Look, check that out.
Oh yeah,
It's
maybe
way too far from
it's
me.
a,
On
it's
that
a
same side.
yeah, it's a little bit. There's a little bit of something on the tower. Oops, sorry.
Too far from me.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right, let's go. Sorry, guys.
What am I doing? He's got his back to us.
He's duckling down.
He's duckling?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
He's duckling?
Yeah, he's.
You sure he's not just...
Yeah, he's sleeping. That's it.
Oh, I
Yeah, a
see.
little lump there.
Got it.
See, the other ones don't have lumps on them.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, he's watching all the activity around him.
You got it. Well,
Yeah,
Jake's not going to know what that is.
I'll just say he's taking a nap. Well, I hope it's not 96, guys. That would not be awesome. You're fine. Yeah, yeah. All right.
Lord. Yeah. Not sure they'd even see him doing that. You know what I mean? Not from the ground. Oh boy. Oh, Mommy's gone. Oh no. Mommy went over one south.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I see her. I'm just scrolling through the chat. All right. Morning. How are you? They seem to be. You see her?
I can't get over how big they are. Yeah. They're always next to each other. One last year walking down this side and one was sitting on the
fence.
say, oh, I wasn't paying any attention. I got size of that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. When they leave, she's definitely full size.
Yeah.
Because she was whatchamacallit, fully grown when she fledged. That little one there on the second truss support,
Okay.
Yeah, he's laying down.
he's laying down now. So the towers, the truss support towers, are in the construction site. So there's one there that's laying down. The other baby is there.
There 4 days difference.
Yes.
That I guess when you're a little second child, you're 4 days behind, you're pushed to keep up a little bit.
Yeah, well,
I-
he's the third egg, actually. So, you know what I mean?
Well, enjoy. Thanks for keeping an
Thank
eye
you.
on
Yeah.
them.
Miss Danny.
What?
Miss Danny.
Yeah, Miss Danny.
She's coming. You gotta ask her if she got your joke. Hi. Nice to see you.
I told the people on the bus I was going to come hang out with the mock closet.
Hmm.
So Karel had a reference for you.
I heard.
Oh, okay.
Did you? They kind of do look like sort of siege towers in the making.
Sure.
They just need now they just need to add the ladders up onto them,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the sort of the boxed in area for the archers,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and we're good to go.
Gonna throw the ladders across and
Throw
rush
the
over
ladders
and
across, and
take this. I mean, there's nobody on the battlements. They're probably fine.
exactly. But you can see here's the 23.
Yes.
Now he's taking a nap.
He's laying down.
He's laying down up there.
Oh,
So
I
you-
thought that was 23.
Yeah, that's 23 right there. That lump.
Oh.
See the
That
other?
is-
That's the only tower that has a lump on it. He's
It
on the
looks
second
less
one.
lumpy than I thought it would.
He's on the second one from the right.
Huh. Okay. Cool.
Wind from Bartels Ladder up there.
And I was like, right there.
You might be right. Was there something there before?
I think
It looks more like equipment. The little one in the middle looks more like a hawk.
Yeah. So hang on a second. Let me look at my.
I
Oh.
think it's a chain or something.
Well, you guys may be right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but here, look here. No, that's the same tower, and
Okay.
there's no lump there
Huh.
on the right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's our guy.
Ow.
All right, so let's go show Dad. Dad is still there.
He's on Bartels. You probably can't see. He's on the ladder on the left end.
Oh, yeah, there's no tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's preening now.
Oh, I can put my phone back on.
I like your. I'm on the bus. I have limited connectivity.
Yeah. Well, there's no signal near my house, so I get on the bus and suddenly my signal all disappears.
Got it. So 9:30 they had the foreman's meeting here.
Oh.
Jake said, and the Hawks are number one, topic number one on the list.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see it. Right through the little bitty hole in the tree. There
Oh,
he is.
you got him?
Yeah,
Good morning.
Well, apparently
How are
someone's
you?
on the big cam.
Yeah.
That mom? Okay.
No, that's the baby. That's the girl.
That's the one you was looking at the other day?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's 01, and then over on the second truss support tower from the right, not the right one, but the one next to it. There's a lump. I'll show it to you. She was standing up, or he was standing up, but right there, see that lump on the right side?
Oh, way over here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's That's one of the red-tailed hawk chicks laying down.
And what's the website for the nest, for the camera?
Yeah, so if you just do Google Cornell hawks,
Okay,
red-tailed hawks, you'll get a link right to the camera.
cool.
Yeah. So that's the camera's up there.
Right.
So that's not what's showing these
Right,
guys.
right, right.
This one is ours, our YouTube. And then mom is, see her up there on the ledge through the trees.
Now, is it safe to walk down through here? But they're not going to attack me, are they?
Oh no.
Okay, good. 'Cause I'm fragile.
I know, I can tell. I can tell. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, they'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, if she was a little when that one was over on the east end of the building the first morning after it fledged, so it landed in that tree there.
Okay.
Second tree. And then it wound up spending the night on the cross beams of the east side of the building, the new building.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So there were some guys that were running. So she went to the east track towers there, the silver towers on the end.
Okay.
They're sitting up there, and there was a guy that was like running around the track, and she hasn't done this in years. But her chick was there and was not really flying yet because it was pretty young, you know what I mean? This was like 3 days ago. And so mom was war crying at the guy. Every time the guy would run around the track to this side, closest to where the chick was, she would war cry at him.
Gotcha.
And, you know what I mean? But generally they don't do that. So she's pretty comfortable. She knows that this chick is here. You know, her girl,
Right.
but she's not like getting all worked up about
Well,
it.
that's good.
And Dad's over there, you know, he's on the they see on Bartels, the far building there, and see the loopy ladder on top of the building.
Yep. Oh, I see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Dad.
Okay.
So we got all four of them.
Cool.
They're all accounted for.
Good. Well, that's cool stuff.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I gotta go sweat some more.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Be safe. I'm telling you, I don't think that's equipment. I understand what you're saying, Danny. I don't know where that lump would have come from if it weren't her or him.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
I know it doesn't. The one on the other side, in the middle, like you said, does look more like. I'm confused
Yeah.
because that photograph that I have from before, you know, just a few minutes before that, there was nothing there.
Yeah. Oh, wait, it moved.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I saw it moving.
The
one
lump?
On the right.
The lump?
The one on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, that's a baby. Because look, the tail is pointing toward us.
Oh.
So you have that dark piece that's like hanging, drooping down just a little bit
Yeah.
in front in the foreground.
Yeah.
So I think it's like got its wings. It's facing away from us.
It's the one in the middle, like a squirrel or something.
Oh, I wonder if that's some prey there. Interesting. So that may be why she's there. But you know, that's like a really nice elevation gain.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That doesn't look mechanical. That looks organic.
Yeah.
Looks like you're right. That looks like a squirrel laid out.
Right.
That's cool. You're right, Donna.
It looks like the sort of uncomfortable position a kid would get into for no good reason.
Exactly. You guys, Danny, everybody agrees with you that Donna was saying the same thing. She's asking, isn't the middle lump prey? Yep. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to see the chat and the picture at the same time. I can't see as much.
I know. I agree. It's easier on here because the chat pops up over here on the left side.
I get my biking done early in the morning. And
Well, my chat shows up on the right, but I still, if I close it, I get a way better picture.
You got it.
yeah,
All right. There we go.
yeah.
Some of those really good container things that blue.
Yeah, you guys are brilliant. O2 is facing away from it. Won't stretch out. Right, exactly, Chirpy. You're way ahead of us, you guys.
And so they were doing waiting.
Yeah, so if you actually scroll earlier on, you'll see how beautiful O2 is standing up there. And I didn't realize, so that explains why O2 is there. If that's so, there's Squirrel up there. Hi, David. David Cutter. Hi. No, it's fine.
Oh, just saying hi.
On with your biking. I just want to say hi.
It's really good to see what's going on here.
Yeah, it's great. So yes, everybody agrees that that is the O2 lump on the right,
Okay.
and he's got a squirrel there. There's a squirrel. There's a squirrel laid out in the middle.
I told you. I told you.
Yeah.
He had already been a play drop.
Yeah, you thought, but we couldn't see it because we were focusing on him when he was standing up.
Oh my god.
And then Danny was wondering whether or not there was a lump there in the middle. It was him,
Oh,
but no.
good eyes, Danny.
Well,
But-
not that good. I thought the lump in the middle was the hawk, and the lump on the right was something else.
Right, but the lump on the right is the hawk, and everybody on chat is like way ahead of us. They say, okay, he's facing away from us, and that's a squirrel. Good job, Chirps. Good job, Lana. Good job, you guys. I like to give people credit, so I want to make sure that,
Oh my lord, you're so far away.
yeah, Deborah,
I'm not
Yeah.
sure, you know what I mean? If we hadn't seen the chick
Donna.
perched up there,
yeah,
I'm not sure with the
You would
naked
know
eye.
it was that, yeah.
I mean, we had a little snafu. Karel had to go back to the house. So I was left searching, going around and around, trying to find, you know what I mean,
Right.
everybody.
Yeah.
show Dad real quick.
Then I found this one, well, Mom first, then O1, and then O23.
All right, so now
But it took me a while.
we're gonna go back up here
I
to.
didn't think he would be. I'm looking on like the building and all the crossbars, right?
Yeah,
Right up
yeah,
on
yeah.
the tippy top.
Yeah, it's like a massive vertical for him, though.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. And where is our beautiful? I gotta
Mama's
find.
up there cleaning.
There she is. So she's got less light on her. So before, if you could scroll back,
She was on the
you're gonna
other
see
one.
some spectacular light on O1. We've got some beautiful dinner plate views of her. So, very nice. So O1 is interesting. Remember how the first morning, Mom was war crying at anybody who ran around the track nearby O23?
Oh, yeah.
And now we're like, 30 feet from O1. Mom's just hanging out there, like, whatever.
How are you? Well, how are you? Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay. So Mom's up above the trees there on the ledge. She moved one ledge over from the shadowy ledge to that one. O1 is there in the tree. 23 is over there on the truss support tower, and Dad is beyond over there on the top of Bartels.
Dad's still there, huh?
Dad's still there.
Neither Mom or Dad are gonna move. They
Nope.
figure there's food, somebody wants it.
That's right. Go for it. Well, I'm glad to see that. Alright, there you go.
So while I had him, David, I mentioned to him that oh, that landscaping there. You know, I said, I don't feel comfortable walking down that end. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a
Yeah.
security from my perspective. And, you know, I said, I get it, you know what I mean? Whether water, natural, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, he said, well, they're trying to hide the parking lot. And I'm like, well, I said, it is, you know, I said, birds come flying through there and no car's going to see them. It's just,
Right.
It's no time.
Right.
You know, but I told him, I said, I hope those stop signs stay down there. I don't think they're going to. But I said, those things are awesome. It's really slowed the traffic down. Really.
Yeah.
You can check it out, the people.
I wish.
So silly.
Ah, okay. Pat said, interesting. She said when we started the stream, O2 was picking on the squirrel. I didn't realize
really?
that. I didn't realize that. I just
I
didn't.
just saw him sitting up.
It's interesting how my preconception was he wouldn't be up there, and now that he's up there, I'm all excited about him being up there.
Yeah.
But the next step of there being a prey up there totally makes sense. Pat, thanks. Interesting. Thanks, Charlotte. I mean, Chirpies. And Chinook, yep, you guys. I can't always see everything on the phone that they can see, you know, on the big screen, which is, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm really glad you guys have such sharp eyes. Very interesting.
That's one of the longest times I've moved perched. Being in Tucson, so my picture yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Karel of Winker.
Oh, awesome. Yes, you got some magnificent photos of Dad with the squirrel yesterday on the
He
ground.
was proud, wasn't he, Danny?
He had that squirrel and he was going to deliver it.
Uh-huh.
But that squirrel was going to... Dad was going to win the battle, even though that squirrel was...
Yeah.
That was a big squirrel. That was not like a baby. That was...
Oh no, yeah, that was
He got himself into a battle there with that.
interesting. They're going after squirrels right now. You know what I mean? They're giving it to the kids. Huh.
Well, so we don't know what happened. We assumed that Mom... I don't know, maybe... So Mom might have... could...
They had
You
a
know,
squirrel last night. I swear that
She had a squirrel. She flew from... Yeah, Wink had a squirrel there up on Bartels.
Yeah.
And she took that squirrel and took to the roof on the south side of the new building. And I wonder whether or not that squirrel got delivered to the... If that was that squirrel that's up there,
Yeah.
was delivered by Mom
Oh.
last night.
Oh, you think it's had up there all night?
I don't know. Well, this would be squirrel number 3 then,
Yeah.
because Wink delivered the squirrel that the girls ate on, that the kids ate on that truss laying down on the ground yesterday morning. That one that he got over there, that's where they ate it, on that big truss that they're prepping to lift.
Yeah.
And then he was over on the lower part of Bartels on the east side, that lower step area, step down part of the building, and he had a squirrel there. And he was funny because he flew over to the, he went on and off of it, then he went over there building a stairwell over there between the building and Bartels, and he landed over there trying to see if he could get the kids to go onto the stairwell and then go to him. So then he went back over there, and then he left, and Mom came in, grabbed the prey, and flew onto the mining building, and then we had to get going last night.
Yeah.
So this little one is peeking. She. Was there a robin?
Yeah,
She's
but
hunting.
I think it's on.
She might be starting to hunt. Look at that. Oh my gosh, she's starting to triangulate
Yeah, well, at least she's triangulating.
in the right direction. Here onto
Oh,
the
yeah,
lawn.
the robin is still over there. In the bulbs.
Wow. So these kids are moving along pretty quick.
Well, I'm impressed with O23. I have to say.
I know. Well,
Uh,
so he is now 46 or 47, and he's gotten a little bit of real world experience, right?
yeah. He hasn't been back to the nest, right?
I don't think he's been back to the nest, no. She's been back up there, what, twice now? I think that we know of. Gosh, she's so funny.
And here's all those humans chasing all the prey away. There's nothing to triangulate on except that.
I know.
Oh, there's somebody over there. Oh, squirrel might have bites.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Yep.
Well, if she doesn't go after you, you better look out because it's what you want. She gets out the screen and
I'm looking for the squirrel. Where'd it go? Did it move on?
yeah, I think I lost it.
Still there. Okay, just this side of the stairwell.
Oh yeah, there it's going
There it
out.
goes.
Yeah, let's not go for the big game. Go for little stuff. Oh yeah, climbing the stairs now.
Oh, I see. Oh, she's so funny.
I know she puts
Yeah, she's like
checking out the whole world.
she is. She said there's got to be something I can get. Gotta be.
Oh, her brother's up.
All right. The lump is up.
The lump is up. And it's in the same location, so you were right.
Yep.
Yeah, and the lump is hot.
Oh,
He's
and another piece of soil.
he's trying to cool himself up there.
You know, usually there's those things on Bartels have
There's some water up there.
in them.
Yeah.
Palm basin. Hello, Lord.
She's saying Danny looks good to me.
I'm nice and juicy. Not too tough.
Oh, there goes mommy. Uh-oh.
Where's she going?
South.
Where'd she go?
Oh, she got the thing.
On the crane?
Yeah.
Oh, she landed on the wire.
Well, he's over there calling at her.
She gonna go
Can you
down?
take this if I... I don't know. I couldn't tell. Oh, she moved. Not the move to somewhere.
She on one of the. Oh yeah, I see her up there. Yeah, she's looking down her baby.
Oh, no, she was just on a different knuckle. Never mind. She wasn't on the knuckle I could see easily.
Yeah, she's on a different knuckle. Right above the babe. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes down and gets the prey
Sure.
and either feeds the kid. Because the prey doesn't look like it's open. You know what I'm
Gosh.
saying? Wow, she's beautiful, isn't she? Gosh, darn. Yeah, so we're gonna go down just.
Okay, I should run away.
All
I'm going
right.
to do actual work.
Okay.
So,
What time is it anyway?
10 hours?
10 of 8?
Yep,
Okay. You sure?
yep,
You sure?
sadly.
And you have your.
This little,
She has her
I know.
her flip out stool.
Thank you for stopping.
Thanks for stopping,
sure.
Tequila.
thanks for being here, everybody.
All right.
Now the trick is to not go back and listen to myself because I sound terrible on the radio.
Oh no.
No. You stay cool.
All right. So we have 23 and pray. I don't know. Is that pray? See, I don't think it's open.
What happened with trippies and baby squirrels?
I know.
Or,
Right.
yeah.
Because he's like pecking at it, but I think if he pecks at it, we'll see. Oh, a beautiful slice.
Oh, good.
Huge. I think he wants Mom to come down and feed him. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, she's a mama's boy. Well, no, he's a mama's boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a mama's
Yeah.
boy.
Okay, BR. Come on. Show your stuff.
He's just like walking. Oh, he got his foot on it.
Oh,
What do I do with it?
Mom.
It's too hard. Mom. My.
the longer that thing sits up there,
I don't know.
the
See
more
if
cooked
if
it's
there
going
is.
to get.
Yeah. Tenderized. Yeah, it's. I'm not sure it's open.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Maybe there's a little bit of it that's open. You getting anything, kid?
You getting it? Oh, he's.
Yeah, it looks like he's plucking away at something.
So we have another. You have to send a scat to Jake. Another dining
Yeah, another dining area.
location. You have to bet these construction workers get some of the best views of birds. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Morning.
Very funny. Alright, so Mom's still up above. Dad's still over on Bartels.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Chirps. It looks like he's getting maybe something. I don't know. Maybe moderately, slightly open. But that's tough stuff. Instead of giving them chirpies,
Yeah.
chippies, that they can just inhale.
Yeah. Surprised. But everything's different, right, with them hanging out on that construction.
Yeah, aside from the chippies that Chief had 01 up in the nest and stuff, the first day. What you
That-
doing?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's. No. Really? Are you gonna? Maybe she's gonna go over to the corner.
And she's like pecking on the bark. Yeah, you guys are great. I hadn't noticed the plywood there either, but they've got strapped to the I-beam. Much nicer. You guys are brilliant. Good job, Chinook. Hi, Margaret. So Chinook made a really good observation that if you look at the image here, there's a flat piece of thick plywood that is strapped to the top of the girder. So 23 is not on bare metal.
Oh.
He's on wood.
Hey, how are you? That's O1. And O23 is on the second truck at the top.
Yeah, I think the plywood's there. Makes total sense. The plywood is there so that you're not doing metal on metal when you lay the truss on top of that to support it. Morning again, how are you?
Doing well. That one stayed on the fence a long time yesterday. I went by
Yeah, in the evening?
2 o'clock. Well, 2
Oh.
o'clock in the afternoon. He was still there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they were, we had to leave. We had one of them, they were over, remember how they were over there
That's what I
last
wanted.
evening?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one came over and was sitting on the fence.
Yeah.
So I didn't know, Mom had that squirrel on the backside of the roof, and we just waited and waited and waited, and then we had to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm guessing she fed them somewhere. And that he's got a squirrel up there on the truss tower, and Mom's up on the buckle.
Yeah, it's like you said.
Yeah. And Dad's over there in Bartels. So they're being observed.
Wow, they're certainly being quite active, moving around.
They are.
Which
Yeah,
is a good thing.
and she's funny. She's funny because she was the one who was the most adventurous the first day.
I know you.
Yeah, no, so if you go over to where she is, you'll see her. She's gone on to the next branch behind. Yeah, so now this morning she's more of a homebody. You know what I mean? And these trees just hanging out, and the little guy is out there ramping around. You want to see? Come here, have a look. So you got that? All right, man.
This guy right here in the tree, right?
Yep. She's actually a girl, but that guy up in the tree.
Yeah. All right, well, looks good so far.
Yep, we're managing.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad are being real attentive this year.
Good. Maybe they know something's up. It's harder to find food around here.
Well, they graduated from chippies, which the kids can easily eat, to squirrel, which is a lot tougher. You know what I mean? But even this young guy, he's like, I thought maybe Mom, she was up on the ledges, and I thought she flew up there. I thought maybe she got tired of waiting for this kid to eat, and she was going to give up and fly down there and feed him. But no, he's working at it. He's getting something.
Good. There's plenty of squirrels to be had. I'm just amazed that they can catch them like that.
I know.
Just boom.
Boom, just like that.
Yeah.
Well, the big ones are tough. Dad had a fight with Cindy had one with Winko Arthur over there yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And it was a full size big squirrel, and it was giving Arthur a handful.
Yeah.
So it took him a while to kill the squirrel, but yeah, challenge.
They got nice claws and beak on them.
Yeah, and exactly. That's what it was doing. It was like clawing at his face and stuff like that, at Arthur's face. And
wow.
Finally got it done. All right, man. Have a good day.
Yeah,
you take care. All right, so she looks like she's all right, this kid.
She was goofing with the leaves.
I saw that. Are you a leaf goofer? All right, let's roll up here. Power out of there she is. Oh, she's duckling down again.
Trying to get bugs out.
Yeah, she's working on bugs. Working on bugs. What you got for bugs there, kid? You're working on bugs, Mom.
My brother's got the squirrel.
My brother's got a squirrel, I got
so I
bugs.
can only have bugs.
She's on a bug diet.
Need a sip of this.
Oh, thank you.
This is called BYOD.
BYOB.
D.
Drink?
Yeah.
Oh. Carrying
Bring your
water.
own bottle.
Carrying
That could have a lot of.
carrying water is woman's work. All right. Move over here.
He may be done with the squirrel for now.
Yeah. Mom's still up on the buckle. Yep. All right, you guys sound like a group of engineers. Not everything has to be high tech, it just needs to be practical, right? I think all those reasons are there. Friction, scratch prevention, and they actually might. Interesting.
I think that was Bradfield Ledges.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm checking all the other trusses, and they got the plywood on them also. So I was thinking that might be a way that they possibly kick out the plywood. Well, like they were saying on chat, to basically protect the steel girder from getting scratched. So if you have steel on steel, you can scratch the paint, the finish on this. You know, those things are treated with anti-corrosive paint. You know what I mean? And if you scratch it, then you can get rust or whatever. And so it's also a cushion. Huh?
Stay there forever, that plywood?
No, it's just on the towers. Those towers are movable. When the building's done, those 5 towers that were there, they start. Yeah. Yeah, they started over here at this end of the building, and when they laid the trusses and connected them fully, so that they were self-supporting, then yeah, okay, yeah, he just did. Yeah, he floated over. All right. So Cindy was saying, there he is. So he floated over. He floated over from there where his prey is to over here. Interesting. Why did he do that? So now is he going to fly onto the next one and onto the building? Dude. You had a good deal going there. You had kind of like a fairly cool place in the world. Well, it looks like they're probably going down the plant side with that one. Yep. Yep, yep, mom's still on the buckle, dad's still over on Bartels, and O1 is here in the tree. O1 is like plucking at leaves. What? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's shading. He could have done that on the one that he was on. But yeah, he's definitely shading himself.
They are welding on that end.
Yep. Yeah. But they're underneath the roof. So just Cindy is pointing out the fact that over here they're doing welding up under the roof between on truss 7. So you can see the other part of the truss on 7, but we don't have that other part on 8. And you can see there's the truss sitting on there, and it's got you got plywood. Yes, it's got plywood also. Oh. There's the kiddo. So I was thinking, yeah, the sun keeps moving on me. Go figure. So I'm not sure how they. Good morning, Karel. I'm not sure how they kick out. Oops. I'll finish my thought in a second. Oh, Sabine, hi there. Good morning, Sabine. Good morning, Karel. Huh? Yes. So I haven't seen Niran on yet, but Niran has an email. What? Oh yeah. All right. So 2 things. Most important thing is Niran has an email address that if you're not like subscribed, you don't have like a YouTube subscription, and you don't want, which a lot of people don't necessarily. If you do have it, you can subscribe and get notifications from us, obviously. And if you're on YouTube, then that works great. If, however, you don't want to subscribe, you're not on YouTube all the time, which lots of us aren't, Niran has an email address that you can send him an email that's yours, if you feel comfortable sending, and he'll put it into an email list, and he's got an automation that runs. Yeah, she's playing with the leaves. Okay, we're gonna hop over to number 1 here. And it works great because whenever we go live, his automation picks that up and sends out an email notice to you, regardless of what you're doing, what you're on and not on, and whatever. So that's pretty handy because then whenever we go live, you get an email with the link to that live event. Now after we're done, that event goes away until I sort of make it public and tidy it up and all that kind of stuff. So she's gonna go up again. All right, beautiful. All right, so she's on the move here in the tree. She's in T3. Even though it's only the second tree existing anymore here, it's the third tree that was here originally, east of Bradfield. So that's why it's called T3. What are you doing, girl? She's acting more like 23 was the other day. She's so funny, these kids. So she may, I don't know if she's going to fly to Bradfield or what she's going to do. And 23 is still over on 11, 10, 9, over on Tower 9. All right, we're back. We're back, she says. Okay, I lost track of her here. Find that. Go up. There she is. Yeah, hopefully notifications come out fairly promptly. Yep. Oh, absolutely, Jan. Yes. So I don't know about Google emails and signing in. About all that stuff. You guys are much more savvy about that. Yes, the construction people absolutely know where 23 is, O2 is. I've sent Jake some scaps of him this morning up on the tower, and they absolutely do know where the kids are, both of them, and mom and dad. Good morning. Here it is. All right. Walking around. Okay. Yeah. Show this one a little more. Pretty in the sunshine there, Mom. Nice slice. Nope, you're fine. She wants to go. She's got antsies in their pants. You know.
That's her brother. She's working her way up.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go over to brother. Go this way here. Good morning. Yeah, I know. It says it's gonna be 84 degrees at 8 a.m.
Second hour.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, I bet they're more than
Yeah,
that. Okay, so first hour and a half is fine. And
yeah. So they're gonna have their foreman's meeting this morning at 9:30. So whenever that is, roughly in an hour. And like I said before, the hawks are topic number 1 on the list. So that's 23 there. I'm gonna roll up. There's Mom. There. Hi. How are you? There's the mama. And she's got her baby down and to the right.
yeah. Do we know where our babies are? There's 3 trusses over there. Yeah, he's on the right side. Is it true? Yeah, I think she's over. He's laughing.
So I wonder, I think these things must have, I don't know. There's got to be some. I'm not seeing any hydraulic in them. So it's driving me a little bit crazy. They look pretty solid, and yet they're able to kick them out from under the truss once they're done, so that they can then move them. I don't know if the plywood has something to do with that, that there's enough compression in the plywood that you can kick it out. I'm not sure. That, or they get up there and yep. So that's 2.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah, so on the other one, the one
I
to
can
the right,
see him over there now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So the
a
one next to it.
Yeah.
squirrel on top of it. That's where he was.
Earlier
So-
this morning.
I'm guessing Dad or Mom left the squirrel up there, so he was pecking at it a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she's calling.
Yeah.
She wants to.
But I'll eat the squirrel. And they ate yesterday. I don't know if you get to watch the stream, but see that truss or that I-beam that's down in the ground there past
Yeah.
the white van? That's where Mom prayed that. Yeah. Yeah, so yesterday morning they had breakfast down there.
Kind of wish they wouldn't drop prey in the construction site.
They're so
They're having a hard time vacuuming them out of there.
Yeah.
So she's just sort of like, okay,
yeah.
whatever.
Dad wanted to push him toward Bartels. He was trying to lead him out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah, well, this one's almost out of the. I'm gonna guess that one's gonna be over in Bartels before we know it.
I hear you. Yeah, it's
Well.
funny because I was hoping that we'd have a solstice Fledge. I was like, I did not expect them both to go.
Oh
Yeah.
But I was pretty excited. But right after,
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, late at night.
Was
With
it-
mom on the wire.
Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah. Yep.
Where's Dad?
He's over.
He was on Bartels.
Yeah, he's still there.
Oh, is he?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
So
you'll
the
see
whole
him
family's right here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Way down there. Yep.
since we started out with tragedy, may we end with a really good year,
That would be nice.
wouldn't it? We deserve one.
Yeah, and that's why I nicknamed O23 in honor of the
He's
chick
the
that.
third year.
Yeah,
Get it.
his beautiful mom.
I stopped watching the cam after that. Just didn't do it. And I can't watch cams. I have a hard enough time when they're out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, when 3 died at Big Bear, the eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's good for them to have two.
Yeah.
That's really,
And
really
they
good
both
because
fledged, yeah.
they've lost so many chicks there in the
They've
past.
had tough years there.
Yeah. Well, they seem to be good flyers, these guys.
Yeah, well, she definitely is.
Has
And
he been
must
able to
be.
get back to the nest yet?
He
We
has
don't,
not.
but we
It's
don't.
got to be almost as high. It's not as high.
Yeah, it's
Close.
He could
Close.
make it. I mean, if he got up there.
if he got up there, then he's the next step would be he could get back to the
He's a
nest.
boy who wants to do construction.
Oh, you should have seen him. He was watching the.
He's
Where's
been
my
all over
truck?
this.
He was watching the dump truck guys below him when he was on that other tower, and there was a big dump truck, and they were moving stuff around and this, that, and the other with the big dump truck. He was like checking everything out. You know what I mean?
Where's mine?
Where's my Dad? I want one of those.
Boy, you know, from here he looks huge.
I know.
Isn't it?
But he's not, right?
Yeah, Dad, I want a dump truck with a Hemi engine in it.
Mama,
Yeah.
such a good one. Is she hungry or lonely?
Oh, I think she may be hungry, but she just had a huge slice and she had a nice crop. So
Wow.
So
you know.
she's emptying the system.
My mom was good to 23. I mean, that first day when he was over there on
Fed
the,
him right on the.
she tried to get him to move, come off of there and come to the rice or whatever, or just go somewhere.
I hope that they aren't, changing the hangout from rice to the constructions.
Well, we'll see. I mean, depends on. I mean, rice was never really particularly cool in the
Right.
summertime. You know what I mean? And that roof is. Jake told me that it's really hot up there because it's just bare metal. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever, and not bare metal, but it's just it's metal. So, but Big Red took the Squirrel from Bartels last evening out to the edge of the south edge of the building, and it was hot still. So.
Okay, sweet.
I
Yeah,
can't.
she's a really good flyer.
I can't see her.
Look
Do you
at
see
her.
her?
Yeah, you can
Look
see her
at
now.
her. Step over.
Oh,
a
there
couple
she.
feet.
Oh, yeah, there she is. Yeah,
She's a big girl.
she's gorgeous. What?
Please be careful. I'm talking to her.
Oh,
Well, I should let you go, and I
Okay.
wasn't in yesterday.
Ah,
so
okay. All right.
I'm not fond of the heat, so I.
No. Yeah.
Really good to see you.
Yeah. You take care. Yes. See ya.
bye bye. Where the heck is she?
Once you get flies out of their eye. She's up high enough to see her.
There she is. She's gonna go. Yeah. Oh, nice. She's so funny. She could go anywhere she wants to, and she's doing all this laddering. Oh, then too high. There's the cut branch. There she is. All right, I'm getting troopulated.
Can't go out.
God, she's acting like O2.
No.
There she goes, and she is headed.
Oh, come on. Come on.
And not quite. All right, she's on the east tower. There's the east tower up there.
We'll end up back to the border, I think. She didn't get any elevation.
Not much. No, she didn't. That's 01 for sure. Maybe she's getting too chunky. She's tucked away.
She's not in the shade. though.
No.
She's on the other side.
You read my mind instantaneously.
Yeah, she's probably. I'm guessing she didn't stay very long. She did pretty good though, like I say, landing and hanging on. Most of
Yeah. She's a big girl. It's not like she's a little tiny tot. And 23 is, I think, facing this way now. Maybe. Take a look. I'm still up above. 23. No, 23 is facing south.
them. Mike's still on the ladder. Sounds like the reggae festival.
God, it does sound like a reggae festival. Oh my God, it's terrible.
It's still all we heard all weekend at
I
our
know.
house, but that sounds like it's still going.
I know. It was like until
Closing
9:40 p.m. on Sunday. Thump, 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 thump. That was all you could hear. And that's all up at
We
our
are not
house.
closed, just
No.
for the record. Maybe she'll go land with that guy in the guy jet.
Yes, the sky lift. Oh yeah, he's way up there.
At least there's a little bit of breeze.
Yeah. 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 Oh. So I don't think there's going to be any lifting, I don't believe, planned today. Not a big iron. They're doing some, they got a couple of lift trucks. They got a scissor lift over at the east facade there, and another lift truck. So I think they're working on, we got,
You know, we are. They can come and invade my nest area, but
exactly. By golly.
I'm gonna make use of every
Yeah, exactly.
of the human nest.
Yeah, so you bring this big construction site into my house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take advantage of it.
And this is just nuts.
I'm sure it's not her preference. Well, remember we told the project people 100% they're going to be in your construction site, probably even on day one, which is what happened.
Well, it's too enticing, right?
Yeah.
Too many places to make it through.
Oh yeah.
And they're all up high, right? Although I have to say, it was kind of interesting. I did that crazy rock on the I-beam.
Yeah.
That was not that high.
No.
I would have thought she would at least do it in the beam, but
Yeah, but yeah.
oh, she might go with
So she might be thinking about it. No, I won't be at the 9:30 meeting, but there's no need. Jake is fully informed.
oh, there she goes.
And she's fluttering.
Gonna land on the crane.
Yeah, she landed on the crane, I think.
Yeah, she's on the back side.
Yeah.
Oh my word! Wow.
All
Okay,
right.
she's gonna make her way over here, brother.
All right, so we got some muy interesting firsts here.
Sorry, there's a tree in the way, so there's no way to track.
There she is. That's 01.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what Mama does.
Exactly. And I'm going to be higher than my
Yeah,
my
She's gonna
sibling.
go out of her frame. She's laddering.
I think I'm going to go over into the next shade over.
Oh, oh, oh. Still laddering. If she ladders enough, she may make it back to her nest.
Yeah. All right. So that's the nest tower. Roll down the crane a little bit. And there's 01. So those are, it's a beautiful crane, right? Yes, that was 01 that was on the, up on the climbing things. I don't know what you want to call them. All right, so she's there between the towers on the crane, and Mom's up there on the buckle, and Wink's over there on the railing on top of Bartels. Morning. And up she goes some more. She may go from there to the nest.
Yeah. Oh, Karel.
Oh, gorgeous flight. And there she is. That's our girl. That's our girl. Spectacular. Hop down to the railing and then hop down onto the penthouse and then go right through the hole in the penthouse, and she'll plop right down into the nest. Yeah. Yeah, onto the railing. Then there's that hole right there. Hi.
Hi.
Come have a look.
Which species is this?
It's a red-tailed hawk. That's a baby. She just landed back on the tower. She was in the tree this morning and she flew to one of the rungs there on the pole. And she flew to the crane, and she laddered up the crane a bit, and then she flew up and landed up on the light boxes.
Ah. How do you know it's a female?
That's O1, so she's big.
Okay.
So she's a female. And over on the, well, you can't see because of the tree, but there's those truss support towers.
Yeah.
With the, cross sections in them and stuff like that, those skinny towers. So there's one out there, and there's, so the other, her sibling, is on one of the truss support towers this morning. So she's going to go see that platform below her. It's got the open square, the opening in it.
Yeah.
She'll probably hop on down, then she'll go there and she'll drop through the opening down onto the bottom platform where the nest is. She wants to get fed.
The nest is there. Oh, yeah, I can see.
Yeah, see the big nest there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll probably work her way down to the platform, then through the hole, and either directly down to the nest, or she'll land on the railing right there above the nest, in front of the nest, and then drop down. But she wants mom. Mom's over there. So you see her up there?
Yeah.
And see, I don't know if you can see over there in the distance, Bartels, that sort of curved white railing on top of the building.
Ah, yeah, I see.
Yeah, so that's Dad. He's over there.
Yeah, you know all different.
And over here,
Oh, it's only 3 days that they are out of the nest?
yeah,
Hold out? Like
Huh?
some weeks? Hold out day?
49 days
Okay.
or 46 days, depending on which one you're talking about.
I see.
So, less than 2 weeks, 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing, right?
So you track them almost daily, or?
We do when they are off the nest. So when they're in the nest, there's some cameras up there that track them.
I
Those
see.
cameras are up there 24/7, 365 days a week, a year.
Yeah.
And so you see them build the nest, you see them lay the eggs, you see them hatch, you see everything that happens in the nest. And then they leave the nest, and so we transition, before they leave the nest, we transition in and then we track them on the ground around campus until they leave. You know what I mean?
I see.
So that people can watch them on YouTube.
And so you belong to the...
I don't belong to the lab. No, we've been
Okay.
doing this we've been working with them since 2012. So he just dropped down onto the platform, or she did. And then, so yeah, we were on live stream for years and years and years, and then when live streaming went away, we transitioned to YouTube.
And let me know if I ask too many questions.
Ask as many as you want.
Okay, wonderful. So since how long the nest is here? Is it like year after year? Or?
Yeah. So mom and dad. So her name's Big Red.
Okay.
And his official name is Arthur.
Okay.
Right? And he was named after Arthur Allen, who was one of the founders of the lab.
Okay.
But we call him Wink because he was born over in the plantations, and the first time we saw him in the evening, he was trying to stay awake. So he was winking off, and so that's his name.
Nice.
He was Wink. The first mate that was here was a spectacular. He's wonderful. He's a wonderful mate. The first mate that was here, his name was Ezra, and he died 9 years ago. And
so was mating the same female?
Yep. So she's 22. Cindy, 22. So Big Red is 22, and Wink is 9.
Okay.
So the nest has been here since 2012. And I don't know if you were here when all the towers were here around the fields.
No, I wasn't here.
Okay. So obviously the building wasn't here. There was a women's field hockey field here, and then there were 2 grass fields over here for like sprint football and stuff like that. Towers like these were all around this whole huge field. And down there by Weil Hall, there was a single tower there that had a nest on it also and cameras from the lab. And so when Ezra was Big Red's mate, they would alternate almost every year, not always, but they would alternate between this location and that location down there.
And rebuilt
they would add to it and stuff like that. The nests never actually really deteriorated like they would in a tree.
Yeah.
Right? And then when Ezra died and Arthur took over, he actually tried to build a nest on a tower in between, and because he didn't want to use Ezra's nest.
Okay.
But BR wanted this location, and so what he did was he dismantled Ezra's nest. Ezra's nest was like on the right side of the platform.
Okay.
So he took it all apart, and then there was just this big pile of sticks on the platform, and then they rebuilt the nest on the left side. So, and he's just a builder, so whether the nest needs sticks or not, every year he brings in more sticks, so it just gets bigger and bigger like an osprey nest, right? So, so that's where they've been, and they have 2 chicks. One of the chicks died during hatching this year. So we're hoping that because of this new construction, so we met many times with the construction people so that they were aware of the nest and the importance, because there's thousands, millions of people, whatever, over the years that have just watched this nest in the world, right? You know what I mean? And so the plan was that we would go ahead and retain these 2 towers and rewire them and do some upgrades on them and stuff like that, because they were running. There's the Wi-Fi antenna there, that box with the antenna.
Yeah.
So they would do Wi-Fi from that tower to that tower, and then that tower is hardwired into Weil Hall. But early on, it was, at first, in the first year, a couple of years, they actually did Wi-Fi from that tower up to an antenna on Bradfield.
I see.
But then, I don't know why they stopped doing that. So then what was funny about it, the first year, when the wind would blow, these towers sway.
Oh.
And so they would sway out of sync. And so the Wi-Fi signal got funky, right? So then they sort of sorted that out. I think they boosted the signal and stuff. I'm going to move over this way. Come with me so we can show her a little better up there. That's good. So then they went ahead and where am I looking at? What am I looking at? I'm looking. Oh, okay. Got to go down. There she is. Yeah. So anyway, they fixed that up, and then now with this they've kept the 2 towers and they've rewired that. So we keep the second tower over there because when the kids fledge, so ospreys tend to fly a lot better when they fledge, and sometimes we have wonderful flyers, and sometimes we have not so wonderful flyers when they leave the nest. So the chick that's up there is a wonderful flyer, and the one that was over there on the towers, not so much because there's like 4 or 5 days difference in age.
Okay.
So when she fledged, he didn't want to wait.
Fledge means like the first fly? Or?
Yeah, when they first fly off.
Okay.
So when she fledged, 10 minutes later, he decided he was going to go, even though he was like really young.
Yeah.
And so he basically made it to that other tower, and then he tried to jump on one of the light boxes and slid off of it, and then fluttered into that tree, and then he fluttered onto the side of the building over there and sat on the girders, and that's where he spent the night, right? And then the next day he made it into this tree and spent the whole day in this tree because he was just like tired. In the meantime, she was all over the place, right? This big girl up there, the older one. So the point of having the second tower is because they need a target. Because when they try to fly back to the nest, which is what they typically do, even though the young one has not yet that we know of, and this is her 3rd trip back to the nest, oftentimes they will miss the tower because they'll be out here somewhere traditionally, right? And then they will try to fly back, and the biggest challenge for them is gaining elevation.
Okay.
So they can sometimes fly pretty decent distance, but gaining elevation is a challenge for them, right? Because their wing muscles are not, they got big wings, they got the longest feathers they'll ever have, and they got weak muscles at that point, right? Even though they try to practice in the nest, right? It's called flapper sizing, where they flap, 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 go up and down, flap, 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 right? So anyway, when they would miss in the past, sometimes they would miss both towers entirely and float around maybe and land in the trees, or they land on a fence, or who knows where, right? Or they would miss that tower and they would hit the second tower over there, and then they would work their way over back into the nest and then maybe get fed and stuff like that, right?
I see.
So that's why we give them, it's a bigger target for them.
Yeah.
Even though it's no guarantee that they're going to hit the target.
It's like better.
Right? And now, like we told the construction people, I said, if they tried to do that and they missed, like I'm sure that little guy, when he was in that tree there, tried to go back to the nest, but there's no way he was going to get from that tree up to the nest. So he probably just floated around, glided down onto the side of the building, and that was it. That was good to go, right? So the building is just obviously a whole new dynamic for them, because what was a vast open field is now something entirely different,
Nice.
So.
And so you said that the young one didn't reach the nest yet?
No, but he's gotten fed. He got fed on the building over there, and then yesterday morning, Mom brought Squirrel and that big girder that truss that's laying on the ground.
Okay.
She fed them there. Last evening they got fed somewhere. And then this morning he had a squirrel up on top of his truss support tower. And she's back into the nest, and she's hoping. You think she's hoping, Cindy? Do you think she's hoping for a prey drop?
Yeah. He's moved, just so you know.
I know. I don't know where he's at either.
I'm too hot to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look for him a bit.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I tried looking for him. Dad's still in his spot, but he's got to be over in there somewhere.
Yeah, either that or he flew up onto the roof, maybe.
Is the species endangered or not?
No.
Okay.
No, they're not. But.
And that's like the family that you're following, or there are other families on
Oh
campus,
yeah.
or?
No. This is the only family here on campus, but there's families, a bunch of them in the areas.
Yeah.
Okay.
All over.
and most of them are. A lot of them we think are related, because supposedly these guys like fly and just go,
Yeah.
a ways away, like Virginia or who knows what. But
Okay.
the ones that we lose a lot of them. A lot of them die before they even have a chance to decide what they're going to do. And window strikes, disease, whatever, that kind of stuff. But then we do have ones that have stayed in the area, and then there's probably some actually that wind up maybe going further away and stuff. So yeah, no, they're not endangered, but they are spectacular
Yeah.
Birds.
And I'm not sure. I was living in New York City before.
Yep.
Is this species present in New York City?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one.
Yeah, you have one of the most
Pale
famous.
male
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Central Park.
Yeah, and I was like at Columbia University,
Oh,
and I would see them like on the building I was living in, because I think there was a family nearby.
yeah. Oh.
And
Yeah.
I would
Wait, so
see like
how
I
far is
think
the
so.
university from Central Park? Sorry.
Oh, it's like 10 blocks.
Oh, okay. All right, it's been a while since I've been to
Yeah, so it's probably one of their descendants, because they have a number of their kids.
Pale male lived for a long time.
Yeah.
And several females.
Yeah, he was up to like 9 or 10 mates, probably
Okay.
when he died. And that was like, what, 2 years ago that he something like that he passed on?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's red tail. Oh,
and I was like, 5 meters away. Like, there was just
wow,
a
that's
window.
beautiful.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
They're,
Oh my God,
they're-
yeah. That's so cool.
Well, kind of moved. She's back in the nest tower, and we don't know where he is.
Oh, that's their nest?
Yep,
But-
that's their nest.
Yeah, so see that bump up on the
On the lights.
yeah, right up
Yeah,
on
that
the
was the other
upper deck.
picture.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
those are beautiful.
So it was really like
Oh,
on my
wow.
roof,
Gee whiz.
and we will see them like
Oh, wow.
we had a rooftop.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Can we show that on live stream, your pictures?
Oh yeah, of course.
People would like to see those.
All right.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's,
one
hang
chick
on.
is-
You got your. There we go.
Oh, the other chick was
Oh,
on,
that's- see the-
a couple of those trusses.
Male. It looks like it's a male adult
Building on it, yeah.
because of the lightness of the belly band
Okay.
and stuff. And show me the other picture you had, the first one.
See Mom on the wire?
Well, that's another one, but
Yeah, that one. That one's awesome.
That wire, just follow that wire down.
So this is all on the top of on Columbia.
yeah,
Yeah, I watched
building
her
near
out here.
Columbia University.
Wow,
Arthur, right?
beautiful.
I like
So you said that's like 10 blocks from Central Park.
Yeah. And we will see them like pretty often when we're having like BBQ on the rooftop or something like this. They will fly. So we saw them like, I don't know, maybe every week, like something like this. And even one day,
Yeah.
I was running in Central Park, entering the park, and I saw like something flying like super fast.
Yeah.
And it was one of those like bird like that was hunting.
Yeah, yeah.
And left with like a small mammal,
Chipmunk
like,
or
yeah,
squirrel or something like that.
just like left right after. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Just touched
yeah,
it.
it was like the red thing here.
Yeah,
kind of.
just touched it and gone.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No, it actually like, oh, and I remember one at the time, we saw one on campus that just killed a pigeon
Yeah.
and was like waiting
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
finish the job, I guess, something
Yeah.
like this, and after he left with the pigeon.
Yeah.
But that was like, yeah,
Yeah.
we could see them like hunting, and that was
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, it's very good. They're amazing. I mean, sometimes they like to play with the squirrels, so they'll. So squirrels are like really dangerous for, especially like the red-tailed chicks
Okay.
and stuff for a number of reasons. Squirrels are hard to kill, and so it's typically like the last prey that they'll learn how to catch and kill
see.
because they have claws and they have teeth and they're very strong.
So they defend. and
They can defend
fight back.
themselves. Yeah, they can fight back. And but you'll sometimes see it's like a corkscrewing thing. So the way red tails. If a squirrel is on a tree,
Usually push them all around.
it's a different technique than if the squirrel is like running or something like that. Or sometimes you'll see a red tail. So sometimes you may see a red tail just do this long, super fast glide, like for a really, really long distance. And then they would just touch something on a branch, and it'll be a squirrel, and they'll just grab it. That's it. Or if the squirrel is like on a trunk or something,
Yeah.
they'll go and they want to like play before they catch the squirrel. they'll go up, and it's really a technique that they use for hunting and not just for play, but it's basically corkscrewing. So when you go, if you get below a squirrel, it's going to go this way or that way on a different branch, right?
Yeah.
But if you get above the squirrel, the birds will actually corkscrew down the tree. They'll go in a circle, in a spiral down the tree, and they will push the squirrel down to the ground, and then as the squirrel goes away, they'll catch the squirrel.
Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. Ezra used to do that. He loved playing the squirrel. There would be a squirrel that he could just nab, but no, he had to do this elaborate ritual just for fun. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they'll be sitting there and be a squirrel running across the thing, and you say, dude, why don't you just get the squirrel? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, that's too easy. So, but yes, so that's why, or they will raid the squirrel nest. So like Big Red, the mom that's up there on the buckle.
Yeah.
So that's what she loves to do in the season when there are young squirrels in the nest. The big leaf nests in the trees. Have you seen a squirrel nest? So they're just a big leaf nest, big blob of leaves in a tree. And she'll jump on top of the nest, and she'll just start shredding it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Until she gets to the young squirrels, and then the adult will come racing up and try to distract her and stuff like that, or whatever it is. So that's what happens with the adults. With the young ones, it's like this precarious period we call like the perfect storm week or so, where they will fly. Yeah, we got to get going. Where they have learned to fly really, really fast. So like here in these trees and stuff like that around these buildings, what happens is that the squirrels will start to tease the chicks when they're sitting in the trees. They'll come up and tease them, and then they'll run off. And the red tails, that starts this whole process of where the red tails will start to fly really, really fast, the young ones, and they'll touch and go on the squirrels. But what happens is that they lose track of where they are. They're flying super fast, so they'll run into a bus stop, like that one down there, and they'll die. Or they'll do a touch and go, and they'll hit the windows over here, and they'll die, and stuff like that. So it's like really, the squirrels are not stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, so it's definitely a challenge. What's going on here? Do I have a bug? Okay.
I got to get to work.
You got to get to work.
I think I should go to work as well.
All right.
Hey, it's been awesome chatting with you.
Yeah, thank you very much for
sharing
all
your
the
picture.
information. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
And maybe I will see. I work in Atkinson right here.
So
maybe I will
nice.
see you like.
Okay, yeah.
And it's very terrible because I never saw that there was a nest here, and I cross here like every day.
Yeah, I know.
So now I can pay a bit more attention.
Yeah,
to, this.
Yeah, they really need to put a sign here that says, with an arrow pointing up to the nest and say red tail nest.
Yeah. We do that like during reunion. Put out a sign.
We put up a sign there. But they should have a permanent sign like with the QR code on or something like that. You know, it takes them to the lab website or whatever.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
See you soon, I guess.
Take care.
You take care.
Thank you.
Yes, nice
Yeah,
to
bye-bye.
meet you.
Bye. So, 23 is there somewhere, right?
What?
Okay.
I don't know where he is. Carl, I gotta get.
Yeah, we got to get going. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. And we will see you